I think one of the things I would like to say is that if anyone is dreaming, don't dream small. Dream large. Dream out here and come along with your dreaming with a vision. Yeah. Now, that is something I'm passing on to you. In your dreams and in your youth, don't think like this. Think of what's going to be in 10 or 15 years' time. Not now.
Yeah.
I'm the now.
Yeah.
You're the future. Go for it.
Yeah.
What are you dreaming about?
Oh, well, I guess I'm probably in this like in-between space at the moment, so it's like a very vast universe out there, just finishing school and sort of going on to tertiary studies. I think a lot of people have expressed to me that it's sort of like, a time for dreaming, I guess. Like, you're really, the opportunities are there, there's so much to grasp, and it's sort of a bit disorientating almost in knowing where to begin, I guess.
Have faith in yourself.
Yeah,
okay?
will do.
You must have faith in yourself that you can do whatever you wish to do, but sometimes it takes a little longer than a week or a day.
Yeah, for sure. And I think you made a really good point about my sort of age group, in the sense of like needing things instantly, and it seems like there's an overnight sensation every 5 seconds, and so I think people's sense of dreaming is a little bit stunted because of that. It's like if success... Oh, thank you, sorry. If it isn't...
That's dreaming.
Yeah. If success or the aspiration isn't achieved in, the next day, it's very easy to give up and just move on to the next task. So I think, that'll be something very important for people my age to sort of learn, is that, like you said, hard work is the only way to get there. And I think our exposure to so much more with, internet and social media, like I said, it can sort of prohibit growth and, wanting, I guess.
I think one of the greatest dreams that a young person could have, if they really think about it and sit under a gum tree and think, what do I really want? What is my aim? You don't seem to have time to do that type of thing, you young people. And I think that it's most essential that you put your phone down and you put your computer to one side and think of me. That I'm talking like you think of yourself.
Yeah.
And say, do I enjoy the pace I'm going? What do I really get out of it? And you're at a stage where you are now making a big decision, because you've been in a lovely little nest, being comforted and pulled along. But now you've got to make your own decisions.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think it's very hard for you at this stage, with all the mechanics that go around here, and the ITs and the Facebook and whatever it is, very hard for you to actually find out who you are. And I think you must love yourself, or you must like yourself, so that you can then realise that the things that are most important, I think, is, do I want to be a leader? Do I want to really achieve being a leader and guiding people along the right track? And in order to do that, you must have your own self-esteem, faith in yourself, and respect for others. Because today, we don't think of those things.
For sure.
And help one another.
Definitely.
And you'll get more repayment out of that than anything you know.
Thank you for that. That's really great to hear. I mean, I know, I think a lot of people, definitely all those points you made, my age group kind of, struggle with all those sort of things maybe a bit more.
But yes, they do, because they don't stop and think.
Yeah, for sure.
Or dream.
I think because it's scary. I think people don't,
Why?
They don't want to, that actually taking the time to stop is confronting. So, we have so many distractions that, it's more appealing. I mean, not necessarily for me, but I think that's like, maybe just adolescence in general. I mean,
Oh yes, it's a shocking time.
Fraser?
I do believe that, I suppose when I was your age, I didn't realise I'd be where I am today.
Yeah, of course.
Always remember, something happens. The opportunity comes, and you either go one way or you go the other. But if you're going quickly to either left or right, make sure you stop at the crossroads and make sure you're going the right track.
Will do.
That'd be the best advice I could give you when you come to this crossroad. And you will. It doesn't matter who it is in life. You will come to crossroads. And so many people think, oh, that sounds good, pays well. Money doesn't buy everything. But if you go for your heart tells you to go there, be aware of it
Yeah,
and
that's
follow
great.
that dream.
Well,
Betty,
thank you
I'm
so
wondering.
much.
Can I go?
No, please stay. Please stay. I think we're very much enjoying hearing the very gentle way that you're, and the generous way that you will share the benefit of your experience. I'm wondering, though, it's in the medium that you're working in, so photography, video art. What role does the lens play in?
Oh, well, see, now that's where you come in, because you've got the knowledge I haven't.
Well, I'm just thinking in between the dreaming or that brewing stage, or however you might, I don't know, are there words that you would use for dreaming in that process before the creation of your work? I'm wondering how the lens plays a role.
That's an interesting
interesting,
question.
Deborah.
Yeah.
Very interesting question.
Well, I guess for me, sorry,
You are having trouble with that.
too tall maybe.
It
I
doesn't
don't know.
tighten it enough.
Thank you. Oh, thanks. I guess for me, I have a background sort of in dance, so I guess with the lens, it's sort of looking at it from, I guess, almost like a stage perspective. So,
That's
it's
interesting.
framed for me, I guess, and then so it's almost like how much language or how much like symbology, I guess, can you fit into the frame? So I guess creating, for me, when I'm devising those sort of images, I guess, obviously, I think, like you said, being able to talk to people about things, it's like you might just get a spark of an idea, and then for me, I find it very beneficial to, discuss it with someone, and they pick it apart with you and then open up the sort of ideas that you potentially didn't know that you were coming up with. And so I completely agree with the sentiment that dreaming is a shared experience in that sense, especially for something like creating art, because the purpose of doing it is for it to be experienced by someone else. So if the dreaming is a soul experience, it almost doesn't really work, because there's no reciprocator of it per se, I guess, with the work.
I think at your young age that, yes, to share your dream is quite important. But I also think that as you get older, you will have your own dream that you want to go. But it's through the experience now of your teens that you will then, you're going on a new pathway. And it's going to be a very different pathway for you. But in the course of that, listen very deeply to people who know a little bit more than what you do.
Of
That
course.
helps you dream terrifically. And I think that in creativity, you need to have somebody to speak and share with. You see, it's still a dream. If you're sharing, you're still dreaming. Doesn't make any difference. You're still dreaming. And I think that when you look through your lens, look beyond the lens and look beyond what you're seeing,
Yeah, for sure.
and then that might click with you.
Yeah, I think you have to. I guess, like I said about, you have to think about sort of what the other person is seeing. And I mean, I think that's like so much of the beauty of being able to create art, is just sort of, obviously I have my own personal sort of feeling about what I create and what I make. But yeah, truly it is the joy of bringing something to someone else that makes it, I guess, a bit
Very
worthwhile.
It's very worthwhile.
Thank you.
Stop your nonsense. You must always, everything you do is worthwhile.
Thank you, Betty.
It is. And you're just starting on, I wish I were where you are. Unfortunately, they haven't discovered anything about reversing age.
Yeah, not yet.
No. Well, work on it, would you?
Oh,
for me?
yeah, yeah, sure.
There's your dream.
Yeah, maybe.
Through film.
Is there a project that you have that's brewing right now that's almost ready to be shared, that maybe we could be the first audience to?
Oh God, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it's been a bit being at the College of the Arts Secondary School. You know, we've had such a privilege in just being able to constantly create throughout the whole year, and so I guess I've been very lucky to take the skills learnt from there and I've been given those skills, like I said, and now it's up to me to sort of go off and create. So I guess right now, I've just been trying to expose myself to as many different sort of art forms as possible. Like I love film, and I've been trying to read more, and I guess so I don't necessarily have anything particularly in the works that I know of yet, no singular project, but I think for me I've just been trying to absorb as much as possible, and I think from that's where I will go and then create from that, if that makes sense. So I guess the dreaming aspect of that is it just highlights the importance of being able to dream. Having the exposure to so many things allows you to dream. I mean, I feel very lucky through the school that I got shown artists that I hadn't heard of back when I was sort of at an independent school. So I moved from a school to the college, and then but through being exposed to all these different artists, it's definitely broadened my mind, and I think that's a blessing. Sorry, I don't know if I really answered your question very well.
I think he's a bit too young yet to actually realise where his dream is going. I think at the moment he's dreaming so many things. That'll consolidate itself as time goes by. And you're only a baby.
Is dreaming a privilege?
In
your opinion? What do you think about that as a statement?
Yeah, I think it is. But I think it's something that everyone can do. I think, though, some people choose to pursue it more, I guess. I think we can look around Melbourne, and obviously there's evidence of dreaming pretty much everywhere you go. I don't think it's possible to ignore it. Yeah. But I think it is a privilege to be able to materialise your dreams. And I mean, I know that not everyone gets that. And I think the privilege lies in sort of the next step, not so much the process of dreaming, but what happens afterwards, I think, is really the privilege there.
I suppose we all dream in different ways. And it's very hard to identify dreaming as a word and what does the whole mean. So we all do different dreaming in different ways. But I think that the younger people today are so fast at everything they do that they haven't stopped to realise that to dream is a gift.
I'm sure many people would struggle to keep up with you, though, Betty.
Oh. Well, no, not now. I'm a bit slower now. But however, I've loved talking to you, young Andrew.
No, it's been my privilege. Totally.
Oh, don't think it's all your way. It's mine too. You see, it's a two-way stretch.
Of course, yeah.
Everything's a two-way stretch. And to enjoy and be able to sit down with a young lad who will listen and will go away and think about things.
Oh, for definitely.
Like I will. And I'm now thinking and dreaming, how can I stop you all using mobile phones?
That's true.
That is a dream. Let's thank Betty and I think also Andrew. Thank you. You stay put, Andrew.